The wonderful world of curry. It's a confusing one, I get it. A lot of people don't really get it. All right, you put a little bit in the pan, you put some curry powder and you're done. No, just no. Let's explore this one together. Before we actually talk about that, let's discuss the Krispy Kreme but better. A lot of people think that my donut was not as good as Krispy Kreme's because I made the donut hole a little too big. You noticed. Fine, you can have it. I shouldn't have let that happen. That was very stupid. The point is, I want you to understand that there's gonna be a rematch, and I will make sure that it is epic. But until then, we're just gonna have to wait on that. Okay, so we're making chicken tikka masala, but this is a more spiced version. There's definitely still cream, there's definitely still butter, and there's definitely still tomatoes, but it's the spicing, Anyway, with that said, let's make this, shall we?
Okay, so we need to start off by spicing things up with literal spices. First, get a small pan and add 1 tablespoon or 4 grams of coriander seeds, along with half a teaspoon or 1 gram of cumin seeds. Heat that bad boy over medium heat, tossing often until fragrant and toasted, about 2 minutes. Remove from the pan and let them spicy boys cool for a little bit. In a blender, add your spices, slap them around in there a little bit until as fine as possible. Then add 7 cloves of garlic, a 2-inch knob of fresh peeled ginger, 1 tablespoon or 7 grams of garam masala, 1 teaspoon or 3 grams of turmeric powder, and 2 red Fresno or bird's eye chilies, stems removed, obviously. Lastly, a 1/4 cup of water. Then go ahead and begin blending this. You'll need to use your trusty blender plunger, if you have one, to help get it smooth. Once it's mostly smooth, go ahead and drizzle in 2 tablespoons or 30 milliliters of canola oil while blending. Now keep on blending until nicely incorporated and smooth. Remember, this ain't no chunky salsa. Get your curry paste as smooth as possible. Okay, so before we get started on the actual curry gravy, let's give this chickie a little yogurt bath. But look, this is a crucial step. Please don't skip this or I'll be very angry with you. So first, cut 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs, that's a tongue twister, into bite-sized pieces. In a bowl, mix together 1 cup or 255 grams of whole milk yogurt, 2 tablespoons or 30 grams of your tikka masala paste, and 2 teaspoons or 6 grams of kosher salt. Then toss your chicken in the yogurt mixture, cover with plastic wrap, and let marinate for 20 minutes or overnight in the refrigerator. Now obviously we're gonna serve this curry with rice, but please do me a favor, I really gotta note this. If you don't wash your rice, it's time. No more procrastinating. Please, I am begging you, please rinse and drain it at least 2 to 3 times before cooking it. I know a lot of people know this, but look, I cooked my basmati with a 1-to-1 ratio of water to rice and some cardamom pops in a pressure cooker at high pressure for 6 minutes, and then a natural release for 8 minutes for some mad good basmati bros. To make the final curry, blend 1 28-ounce can of whole peeled tomatoes and pass that pureed mixture through a sieve and place that to the side of Rooney. Now heat a large saute pan or a medium-sized pot over medium-high heat with enough oil to coat the bottom. Sear your chicken on both sides till nicely brown, about 3 to 4 minutes each side, and place to the side as well. Now once all your chicken is seared and you have a nice little fond in the bottom of your pan, reduce the heat to medium and add 4 tablespoons or 56 grams of unsalted butter. Once that's hot and boobly, add 1 large diced sweet onion. Let that cook until the onion begins to turn translucent, then add all of your remaining tikka masala paste, plus 1 tablespoon or 7 grams of paprika, and 1 teaspoon or 2 grams of Kashmiri chili powder. Cook that, stirring often until the paste begins to stick to the bottom of the pan. Then add your pureed tomatoes, stir nicely, and bring that up to a simmer over medium heat. Let that simmer for about 10 minutes, stirring occasionally until it becomes thickened, and then finally you can add 1 1/4 cup or 300 milliliters of heavy cream. Mix until thoroughly combined, add your chicken back to the pan as well, coat it in the sauce, and bring that back up to a simmer. Simmer an additional 10 to 15 minutes or until chicken is cooked through and the sauce is thickened, velvety smooth, and gorgeous. Season that to taste with salt and serve alongside some lovely steamed basmati rice, garnished with fresh cilantro. And now we must first pass this dish with a trial by fire. And by fire, I mean my mouth. And by my mouth, I mean I'm gonna eat it.
Right, so proper spoon tikka masala. Let's go, bruv. That's how you know it's real silver. Right. Wow. I mean, come on. You gotta be joking me with this. This is, out of all the curries you could be making, this is easily going to be one of the best that you ever make in your life. Wow. For one, my rice is cooked perfectly, all right? I may be white, but I can cook rice. Flavor. I mean, okay, you get the point. This is ridiculous how perfect this tastes. It's a little spicy, a little bit of sweetness from the tomato. All the flavors meld together exactly what you want and more. It's creamy, perfectly cooked rice, the texture. Ah! That's a 10.
So good.
Shit is
It
like,
was
this is like
so
honestly
good.
Okay, but do you want to know what else is so good? B-roll.
Alright guys, and that is it. So we made chicken tikka masala. I think it turned out, honestly, I don't want to use the word perfect, but pretty darn close to that. You heard? Look, I may be white, okay? But I do try to stay as close culturally as I can to the right way of doing it in terms of tradition. I'm using a couple different things to do this. It's the prior knowledge that I've learned from other chefs on the basics of curry, and then also just in general, some flavors that I personally feel balancing wise make sense in this recipe. That's my personal take. The haters are gonna come in. You are welcome and entitled to that opinion, but I will say that it is freaking delicious. So that's the word, bruh. There are some crazy things in the works right now. God, I wish I could talk about all of it. You're gonna see it in the coming weeks and months and years, but man, the amount of opportunities that you guys have afforded me is just absolutely shocking, honestly, to say the least. So I just wanna say, I used to say this all the time, and I haven't said it as much recently, but I'm always thinking about it. I'm just so grateful for you guys, very, very thankful for all these opportunities. I want to make sure that you guys know that I'm constantly thinking about this, honestly. I don't say it as much because busy boy hours, but thank you from the bottom of my heart. Much more to come. Love you. Kiss you. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.